Jack the Ripper was an unidentified serial killer active in and around the impoverished Whitechapel District of London, England, in 1888. In foggy dark streets of the East End of London, better known as the Whitechapel District, lived a serial killer that would go down in history as Jack the Ripper. Even though the Whitechapel District was known for its violence and crime, the string of murders conducted by Jack the Ripper would terrorize the public like no one had seen before. He was described as a madman with no clear motive. Even though his most famous murders only included 5 women, known as the Canonical Five, many theories suggest that he claimed the lives of up to 11 women. All of the victims of the Canonical Five were prostitutes, as it was common for women who lived in the Whitechapel District to take on as a means to survive. All 5 killings took place within a mile of each other from August 7 to September 10, 1888. Several other murders occurring around that time period have also been investigated as the work of Leather Apron, another nickname given to the murderer. Mary and Nichols. On the 31st of August, 1888, the horrifically mutilated body of a woman was found in a gateway in Bucks Row in Whitechapel. Later that day, she was identified as Mary Ann Nichols, better known to her family, friends and acquaintances as Polly Nichols. She had separated from her husband and 5 children in 1880, and thereafter her life became a downward spiral, blighted by poverty and alcoholism. There were others who succumbed to the same fate: Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes and Mary Jane Kelly. 5 women whose horrific deaths force us to confront the tragedy and hardship of their lives. The signature in Jack the Ripper murders included overkill involving infliction of an excessive number of fatal wounds, which went far beyond the necessary amount of violence just for the killing, presumably targeting at power assertion and domination. A number of letters were allegedly sent by the killer to the London Metropolitan Police Service, often known as Scotland Yard, taunting officers about his gruesome activities and speculating on murders to come. The name Jack the Ripper originates from a letter, which is famously known now as the From Hell letter, that was published at the time of the attacks. According to a study in the Journal of Forensic Sciences, the man known as Jack the Ripper is likely Aaron Kominski, a 23-year-old barber of Polish descent who lived in London at the time. Despite countless investigations claiming definitive evidence of the brutal killer's identity, their true name and motive are still unknown. Jack the Ripper, whoever he may have been, managed to expose the sordid underbelly of Victorian society and, in so doing, he helped create an awareness amongst the wealthier citizens of London of the appalling social conditions that had been allowed to develop, largely unchecked, right on the doorstep of the City of London, the wealthiest square mile on earth. Today, people come from all over the world to lay flowers, coins and other trinkets on and around the victims' memorials and to spend a few quiet moments remembering the 5 women's. On October 6, 1888, the East London Advertiser told its readers if anything were wanted to heighten the horrors of these tragedies, it was the introduction of the supernatural element. But, by October 1888, there is little doubt that a supernatural element had most certainly entered the case. The psychic hunt for the perpetrator of the East End crimes began in September 1888, when several seances were held in London at which the spirits of Mary and Nichols came through to inform the sitters of who her killer was. If you like my videos, please support the channel. Thank you.